the Secretary Granholm on what she was saying yesterday. What options besides tapping the Strategic Petroleum Reserve does the president have to counteract higher gas prices?
So, you know, I've talked about this a couple of times. You know, we don't have an announcement yet on anything to share at this time. You know, but we're monitoring it, right? We're monitoring the prices, and we're making sure that we have tools in our tool belt that we can try and use. But at this time, I don't have anything new to share.
What else are you reviewing? Because Secretary Granholm has confirmed that is an option that's on the table, and the president has said there are other tools that he could potentially use. So could you just lay out what those other options are that he's considering?
So I don't have anything specific here. The president spoke to this recently, but he's also asked FTC to crack down on illegal pricing, right? That is one thing that he did on gouging in the market, and the FTC is responding. But also we're going to continue to monitor the situation and have a number of tools in our arsenal, as I just mentioned. I don't have anything specific.
Now that the president is on the record as of Saturday supporting compensation for illegal immigrants who are separated from family at the border, who counts as separated? If somebody was just separated for a few hours or a few days, would they be eligible to settle a suit and get this payment from DOJ?
So, Peter, I will direct you to the Department of Justice for any specifics on that. You've asked us this question, we have answered it, and I will refer you to the Department of Justice on any specifics.
Great detail, though, about the policy. So if he can answer it, I'm curious. Going back to 2018, some illegal immigrants were given a choice: get deported alone or get deported with their kids. If somebody chose to be separated, chose to go back by themselves without their family, would they be eligible to settle one of these lawsuits?
Peter, I'm going to refer you to Department of Justice. I don't have anything more to say, and I'm going to move on, okay? All right, thank you. Go ahead, Kate.
Because of the outrageous behavior of the last administration, you coming across the border, whether it was legal or illegal, and it's gone. You deserve some kind of compensation, no matter what the circumstance.
The Energy Secretary says about the cost of Americans heating their homes in the winter, it will be more expensive this year than last year. So why is the administration now considering shutting down the Line 5 pipeline from Canada to Michigan?
So, Peter, that is inaccurate. That is not right. So any reporting indicating that some decision has been made, again, is not accurate. But what I will say is, I'll lay this out for you for a little bit here. Where we are is the current Line 5 pipeline is subject to litigation between Enbridge and the state of Michigan. So again, it is inaccurate what you just stated.
What's inaccurate?
But the reporting about us wanting to shut down the Line 5.
I said, is it being studied right now? Is the administration studying the impact of shutting down the Line 5?
Yes, we are. So
then what's inaccurate?
Well, I thought you were saying that we were going to shut it down, but that is not inaccurate. Okay, great. But the Army Corps of Engineers is preparing an environmental impact to look through this. Yeah, absolutely.
At the current rate that we're going, do you have an idea of when the pandemic could become an endemic? Could cease to be a pandemic, and what does the end game look like at this point?
Yeah, I do not know. I would refer you to public health experts, the CDC. That's not something that we're zeroing in on. Our focus is to make sure we do everything we can to save lives and get people vaccinated.
People are sort of wondering, what does that look like, and how much longer is it going to go on? And obviously, you can't see the future. But is there a picture of what people can expect as we try to wind this down?
Honestly, Chris, our focus is to make sure we get as many people vaccinated. Right?
That question earlier, one of the members of the board announced his resignation today. Do you have any comment or reaction to Governor Quarles' reaction?
Yeah, I don't have anything on that for you, but this obviously just happened a couple of hours ago, and so we're certainly thankful to Randy Corlez for his service, and I'm sure the president will engage with his senior economic team and in a careful and thoughtful process to find a replacement.
Do you see any link? You have 3 spots to fill over the coming months aside from Chairman Powell. Is there any link between the number of vacancies and your decision whether to keep the chair? In other words, does having an opportunity to remake the board without switching the chair factor into the president's decision at all?
Oh, I'm not going to go into what the president, how is he's making his decision. All I can say is that this is incredibly important to the president, and he's taking this very seriously.
Is this a days, weeks, or months thing?
I don't have a timeline. I know this is an important question. I know, you guys are so into it. I know. All right. I promise, as soon as we know, we'll share that information. Go ahead.
The president's and the vice president's poll numbers have been falling. How big of a concern is that for this White House, particularly with an eye towards the midterm elections just a year from now?
Are you talking about a particular poll?
No.
No, just in general? So, look, one of the things that I want to say is that we are confident that our policies will improve the lives of nearly every American.
The president said Americans would feel the impact of the projects within 2 to 3 months, but I didn't hear a single specific project that will be launched. So has the administration identified any?
I don't have anything, and I don't have anything to announce as to any specifics. We'll have more on the implementation of this as the days go by, the weeks go by, and so stay tuned. We'll have a lot more to share.
For
But
so long, you and President Biden have talked about the urgency of passing this bill. Now it's passed, so why is he waiting to sign it? And when will he sign it?
So he talked about this on Saturday. He basically said he wants to make sure the congressional members who worked very, very hard on this, when they come back, then we'll figure out a time to sign it. But you're right, it's urgent, but we also want to make sure that the people who spent the last couple of weeks, last couple of months just all in delivering on this promise are here for the signing as well.
So do you have a date in mind?
I do not have a date, but it will be very soon.
Does President Biden believe Congress should wait for a CBO score to vote on it or not?
Well, here's the thing. As you know, Weijia, and I talked about this probably on Thursday, probably on Friday, I can't remember now. But as you know, we put forward our score. We put forward, and we said that there's more, it's going to be more than paid for. I believe our number was 2.1 trillion. And so we are confident that this is going to be paid for. We are confident that it will add $0 to the deficit.
So he wants them to use that number or wait for the CBO?
Well, we just wanted to make sure that, again, we were transparent. We put out what we thought it would be raised, and so that's what we put out there last week.